everybody, this is Crystal. Thanks for joining me. So I have another unboxing for all of those who like to watch that. If you're new to my channel, I have to ask you not to forget to subscribe. Give this video a like. You don't want to miss out. I do lots and lots of crochet tutorials. I try to do 2, sometimes 3 a week if I can. I do lots of yarn unboxings. I do these unboxings for educational purposes. People ask me to try out yarn companies or different yarns, so I purchase it with my own money. I am not affiliated with any yarn companies at all. I purchase it with my own money and show you and tell you about my experience, so you can make a more educational and informed decision to decide if you want to buy it or not, because a lot of people can't get out and they rely on these unboxings or my yarn reviews to decide if they want to purchase the yarn online or not. So that's why I do those. There's no ill intentions at all on the unboxings. I just do it to help people. So like I said, I'm not affiliated with any yarn company. I always buy my own yarn, and I do not have affiliated links, so I don't get paid if you buy the yarn. I don't even care if you buy it at all. I honestly don't. I just buy it, tell you my honest opinion about it, and then that's it. So today I have an unboxing from a yarn company that I've never bought from before, but many asked me to buy from and talk about my experience. So this is from Webb's Yarns, WEBS. Now, first of all, on their site, very overwhelming, not to the point of confusion, overwhelming at the amount of yarn that they have, at the amount of brands that they carry. It's actually very nice. They have a lot to choose from lower end to extreme high end yarns, probably yarns to suit anybody's needs. They have it. The yarn was relatively easy, or the site itself was relatively easy to navigate. You know, I just clicked on yarn and you could go by weight, fiber, sales, clearance, brand, any of that. It was very easy, I thought, to navigate myself. Shipping time it did take them about 7 days to ship it. So it's from the time I placed it, it was like 7 days, and then they shipped it. But once they shipped it UPS. It only took about 2 days to get here after that. So all in all, purchase time to doorstep was about 12 days for me. I live in Illinois. This shipped from Maryland, I believe. So, no, I'm sorry, Massachusetts. I'm sorry. So that's where it came from. So you guys want to open it up? I do. Let's see what we got. I bought some yarns that I've never had before, and some brands that I've never ever had before. This kind of box it came in, it wasn't like a Webb's box. It's just probably a box they had laying around. So, but it didn't, it didn't bust open. It's well taped. I'll be careful with this box cutter, I promise. Some people worry about me and my box cutting skills. I worry about me too sometimes, but I'll be careful, I promise. So, they got the prices here. Now, it seems they have a lot of yarn on sale a lot of times. Okay, so there was no, I'm going to be speaking in U.S. dollar terms, and I'm going to be speaking of the U.S. Now, it does say on their site that they ship to multiple countries, but there was, not that I could find, no certain amount to get free shipping. I actually had to pay shipping on my order, which was, I had to pay $14.99 to ship it, and it normally would have been free, the amount I spent at most anywhere else. So that was a downfall, but that's okay. Some places make you pay shipping. I don't know if you could get free discount codes somewhere for shipping. I didn't find any at the time that I ordered, but they do. That's what I paid for my shipping. I know it's different for international. It would be more, of course, but you would have to look on their site and see. So, webs. Let's see what we got. Ew, pretty stuff. So some of the showing, like I said, is brands that I've never even tried before. Super stoked about that. And some of it is brands I've tried and never had before. Still, again, super stoked about that. So let's look and see what we got here. So this is James C. Brett. So I have used his brand of yarn several times. It's a nice brand, and this is his Landscapes Double Knitting. Double knitting is DK, which means it's a lightweight 3 yarn. Okay, it's very pretty and it's soft. There is some wool in it, I can tell by feeling it. It is 85% premium acrylic and 15% wool. You can wash in the washing machine, but you have to lay flat to dry. Let's see. They have no other information. Oh, there's 284 yards per skein. And made in Turkey. So it's, even though it has that 15% wool, it's nice and soft. They classify it as a DK, which I would agree with. It's a thicker DK though, really lightweight 3. It's not, it's very pretty. So some of these were on sale when I bought them, and they're probably still on sale now because I noticed they were on sale for a really, really long time. So these were $4.79 a piece. Now some of these brands are higher end brands that I bought. I would consider James C. Brett in the middle. You know, as far as like brands of yarn, that's just my own personal thinking about it. It's a nice brand of yarn. It's not the most expensive, but it's not the cheapest either. So that is the Landscapes. This, I got 2 of them. The color is LS02. I would buy it again. I think it's very, very pretty yarn. It's Tweedy. That's pretty. I like it. 284 yards. And like I said, it's soft. And even though it has wool, you can't tell. It's not itchy or nothing. So I like that one. This here. Plymouth yarn. Again, Plymouth is a nice yarn company. This is the Plymouth yarn Toybox Confetti. Now these were $3.99 a piece. Isn't that cute? Plymouth yarn made in Turkey. You can wash, machine wash on gentle, and you can dry on low. A 100% acrylic, 240 yards. So it's a nice soft acrylic. $3.99 for 240 yards. Classified as a, does not say. I would consider it a DK, lightweight 3 myself. I don't think that's an extremely bad price, but the acrylic is soft, but it's not extraordinary. So, I mean, there's nothing super special about it. It's kind of like a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. Soft, Red Heart with love, soft. It's, you know, it's a nice yarn, but I mean, for $3.99 for it was on sale for $3.99 too, for 244 yards of a DK. I think I like it. I'm glad that I got it. I like it. It's beautiful, but I don't think I will buy it again. I can probably find comparable yarn with more yardage for that price, maybe. But anyways, but again, it's not bad. It's not like super stiff or anything. You could definitely I would definitely would wear a scarf or something out of it. That wouldn't bother me at all. So that is the Toybox collection from Confetti from Plymouth Yarns. So got that. Wow, some of these are super pretty. Okay, so let's see what this is. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this brand, but this is the brand it is. I have had a couple yarns in that brand. And it's Fashion Color Ombre. It's a little smaller than what I imagined. Now these were $3.59 a piece. Let's read about it. So they classify it as a 4-weight. Yes, and it is a roving style yarn. You can tell by looking at it. So it probably will go from like 3 to 4, maybe even a 5 in certain places, because that's kind of what roving style yarns do. It's machine washable, lay flat to dry. 121 yards, 75% acrylic, 25% virgin wool. Okay, so it's soft. It's pretty. Color 00088. These dye lots do match, even though they do look different. They are probably just spun in a backwards manner, maybe, to where the dark on this one is on the outside and the dark on this one is on the inside. Let's hope it's that way. Anyways, it seems like it is that way. Yes. So it's very pretty color, in my opinion. It's nice and soft and squishy, even though it has wool. You could wear it as a scarf. I think that it's a little smaller than, I mean, I read the yardage on it, 121 yards. I knew that it wasn't for $3.59. I like it a lot, and I think that it will make a beautiful hat. That's probably what I'll do with it. Will I buy it again? Probably not for that price, for that yardage, but it's still very pretty. There's nothing wrong with it. So that's what that is. I like it. It's pretty. Oh, I got another one here in a different color of it also. This one's really pretty. This is color 0084. Again, same dye lots, look different. I think they're just wound backwards on the roll. But it's very pretty. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I just am not keen on the yardage being so short, but it's still pretty. That's kind of what it looks like, I guess, worked up. Probably looks more like that when you knit it versus crochet, but it's still very pretty. I like it. Okay. I've never had this before either. So this is Knitting Fever Chromatic, the colorful self-striping machine washable yarn. $5.49 is what I paid. That is some pretty yarn by looking at it. That is very pretty. Let's read about it. 85 acrylic, 15 wool, 317 yards. Now this is classified as a 2-weight on their label. Definitely not a 2-weight at all. That is that's a roving style yarn. It looks like it goes between 3 and 4 weights. You can agree with me right off that that is not a 2-weight yarn. That's more between a 3 and a 4. And there are spots that it gets even thicker. I don't see any spots on it that would even resemble a 2-weight at all. So that's another good thing about me doing these yarn reviews, is a lot of times these yarns are misclassified, the weights. Well, for me, someone like me, I can look at a yarn. A lot of people can look at a yarn and tell the weight of it. I usually go by the thickness of what I think an average 4-weight would look like, an average 3-weight would look like. And I know they have certain standards like the finger wrap to determine the weight. But by looking at it, I can tell you right now that this is definitely not a 2-weight, and there's nothing in it to me that resembles any 2-weight at all. Maybe very, very few spots would go down to a 2-weight, but mostly it's in between a 3 and a 4-weight. Some spots are 3, some spots are 4. But anyways, so that is my opinion on that. Let's see if I can find out where it's made. It looks like it might be made in China. It does not say, but it does have... No, I'm sorry. It's made in Turkey. Okay. I like it. It reminds me of Lion Brand Landscapes, kind of, without the shine. Red Heart Unforgettable without the shine. It's like a duller version of those. It's a beautiful, beautiful yarn. 317 yards is a generous amount for it being what it is. I would buy this again. Sure, probably in a heartbeat. I think it's gorgeous. Color is 1016. So I guess, oh, I did get another one. The same, but still they're rolled backwards. You can see the silver is in there. That's what it looks like. That is very, very pretty yarn. I like that one. That is something I would be a repeat customer on. And I never had that brand or this yarn. Is super pretty. I'm a super huge fan of roving style yarns, so I mean they pretty much always get me every time. I did get it in another color, which I'm happy that I did. Now when I look at this one does appear to be a bit thinner than that one. So look at that. It has spots that is thicker, but overall it appears a little thinner. So the classification of a 2-weight, this looks like it goes from maybe 2 to 3 and does hit 4 in some spots. May be correct on some of them, and it may not be correct on others. This one, does, like I said, it does appear to be a bit thinner than this one. It just is. It's just a thinner yarn, but it's the same yarn. Still very pretty. I like this one a lot. The color of this one is... What is this one? Are these different? Yes. This one is 1011. Very pretty. Squishy, squishy. Passes the squishy. I like this one though. Pretty. I think it's prettier. That's beautiful yarn. The color of it anyways. Very nice. So I got that. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so here is some more of that confetti yarn that I talked about in the beginning. I got it, the Toybox Plymouth. Like I said, it's not a bad yarn. Not something I would probably buy again, although this yellow is quite pretty. It's even more attractive than the blue. I actually like this yellow a lot better than the blue. I love all the different colored dots in that yellow. Now, I'm going to retract my statement because this might be something I buy again because the colors are gorgeous in this yellow one. Color number 87. That is beautiful. Oh, I got just a project for that one too. I do. Just a project for that one. Okay, let me see if I have anything else in here that I have doubles of. Okay, so maybe you guys have heard Plymouth. I have had these before. I have never crocheted with them. I have given them all away. So, but I have bought them before. I liked them. This is Plymouth Yarn Hotcakes. 75 acrylic, 25 wool, 404 yards per cake. Made in Turkey, machine wash on gentle, and you can tumble dry on low. So even though it does have wool, you can still tumble dry. So that's what it is, the hotcakes. These are very pretty. Let's see what they cost. Plymouth yarn hotcakes. I paid $10.39 a piece for those. A little pricey, but Plymouth is a good yarn brand. You know, it's not, and it's not something I don't think you can't find at a big box store. You would have to go to a little yarn shop or something to find it, in the States anyways. So this is the color of this one. That is so pretty. That reminds me of like a watermelon, kind of. What do you guys think? So the color of this one is color number 6. That is beautiful yarn, and it's soft. It's self-striping. The stripes are long, I can tell. I'm a big fan of color control. This would be easy to color control. 404 yards. You could make, you know, hat and scarf set out of that. Lots of stuff you can make with 404 yards. Some people think because I don't buy a lot of yarn at the same time that I can't make nothing. Always remember, I don't make Afghans, so a little bit of yarn can go a long way with me. There's lots of small items you can make with a little bit of yarn. But like I said, you can make hat and scarf set, cowl and hat set, wristers, bags. I don't know. The sky's the limit to your imagination on that. So that is beautiful. A little pricey though, but I have seen them more at other places. Yeah. Okay, I did get some more of those. This one I thought was very, very pretty. This was my first choice. Look at that one. I don't know why I was attracted to that. It's so pretty. Color number 3. That's beautiful. Easy to color control, like I said. And then I got this one right here. Look at that. Bright neons. Color number 8. That's very pretty. I would make something for probably Evelyn. She likes those bright colors like that. My 4-year-old. Very pretty. And like I said, it's soft. Oh, and the weight. Did I say they classified it as a 4 weight, I believe? And I would agree with that. That it is a 4 weight yarn. I like them. I think, and like I said, I bought them before. And I would probably buy them again. Probably wait for a sale though, maybe. You can get them at other places. I'm sure cheaper too. But I did want to try this store out because a lot of people were asking me to try that out. Okay, so that was the hotcakes. Next up is Cascade yarn. Again, is nice yarn, kind of in the middle, you know, not extraordinary. Some of it is, it's just not mediocre. It's not low brand. It's not extremely high brand. It's just a nice brand of yarn. That's what I would say in the States. Now, this is a pinwheel yarn. I have purchased this one other time in the past. Never used it. Gave it away. It is 100% acrylic, and I do think that this is a very good value for the price that they asked for. 100% acrylic, 440 yards, made in China, color number 31. Now, it does not say what it's, you can machine wash and dry. It does not say the classification. If I had to guess, I would say it's between a 3 and a 4 weight yarn. These pinwheels are $5.99. I don't think that's a bad price. They don't feel real bad for being a 100% acrylic. Maybe like Red Heart with Love or something like that. So, I don't think it's a bad price. And I think it's really pretty. The tweedy, the way it looks, tweedy like that. So I got a couple colors of that. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, that's pretty. Color number 27. I love those colors. Those are pretty. And that's the pinwheel. by Cascade. I got a blue in it. I think I had this blue before. Color number 22, very pretty. And this one, very, very pretty. Color number 34. Oh, this might be my favorite. I don't know. It's going to be a toss-up. This is color number 21. I like that one a lot. These two are my favorites so far. But I'm an earthy tone person. That is pretty. I like that one a lot. Lots of pretty colors going on in that one. Okay, and then let's see. Are these two the same? I might have bought the same of a couple. I did. Yeah, that's that yellow one that I already showed. I'm sorry, it's a mess in here. And this one is color number 26. This is purple and blues. Very pretty. These will make something nice too. Make a nice top or something too. I'm not sure how busy the yarn will look worked up, but I really want to try this one. Make a bag or something out of it. As long as that would be pretty. I'm thinking, what am I going to do with that? Oh, I got one more color in here that I haven't showed you. I went overboard on the pinwheels. This is color number 29. And that's kind of like periwinkle blues and greens. That one's really pretty too. That's very kind of springy. A lot of these are springy colored. I guess spring's coming up now where I live. Okay. Got a few more here. And then, well, here's another color of that pinwheel. That's pretty much all different colors of red. That one's very, very pretty too. Color number 36. Remember, it's 100% acrylic. It's similar to Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, or something like Red Heart with Love. Not the softest acrylic ever. Not the worst. I mean, it's definitely scarfable. Scarfable. I'm going to trademark that name. Scarfable. Bagoday. This yarn is scarfable. So that's the Cascade Pinwheels. Okay, I think that's all of them I got. You probably bought them all, didn't you? No, I didn't buy them all. I did not buy them all, regardless of what people think about that. I did not. There are plenty left. Yeah, that's just a double on the site. Okay. Okay, now this is by Plymouth, and I actually have had this before, and I haven't made a hat out of it before, and I do like it. This is the Plymouth Yarn Company Coffee Beans. Maybe you guys have heard of that. It's 75 acrylic, 25% wool. Approximately 214 yards, machine wash, gentle tumble dry, made in Turkey. 214 yards. Now, I got this intentionally to make a hat for myself because of the color is gorgeous. 9175. I love colors like browns, rust, pumpkins, mustard colors, dark greeny colors, any shades of brown that you can think of. I like those type of colors. I thought this was gorgeous, this pumpkin color, and it's very beautiful. And like I said, I bought it to make a hat. It does not say what they classify it as, but I say it's between a 3 and a 4. It gets thick and thin in some spots, and it does have that twist of color through it. The feel is the feel of that of acrylic with wool in it. Hey, scarfable coffee beans. That means I approve it, that it would feel okay to make a scarf with it. Okay, so I'm just being silly. The coffee bean by Plymouth. is $4.29 a skein. Now that's a deal, because when I went to a little yarn shop one time, I think I paid like $12.99 a skein for it, and that's fine, because I know that little yarn shops, they have a hard time competing with the big stores, so I try to support them when I can. But that's beautiful, and this will be a hat for me. That's what my intentions were. And wait for that tutorial, because that's what, and definitely what that will be. Okay, so Universal Yarns. I've had Universal Yarns before. I have not had this brand of Universal Yarns before. But let's look at it. This is Universal Classic Shades Frenzy. That is a very gorgeous yarn, in my opinion. It's very, very pretty. These are the same. I like it. Very busy yarn. I'm not into busy yarns, but if you use the right pattern, a busy yarn can turn out to be gorgeous. So it is a roving style yarn, and if you look at it, it has like different colors with black runs through the colors. It appears to be about a 4-way yarn. See how they're all twisted up with black? Well, this color is in particular. Let's read about it. 158 yards. They classified it as a bulky 5. You know, it could be a bulky 5. It goes from 4 to 5. It's kind of like reminds me a little bit of scarfy yarn. If I was to say what it reminded me of, as far as the thickness of it, scarfy's kind of twisted in color like that a little bit. So it says machine wash on cool, dry, flat. 70 acrylic, 30% wool. 158 yards, made in Turkey. The color number I have here is called 913. And these Universal Yarns, it's also together, and I can't see it, are $5.49 a piece. Again, Universal isn't a cheap brand of yarn. To me, it is in the middle. They have some that are more than others. Some of their yarns can get very pricey, the same as Cascade, the same as Plymouth. This one was kind of in the middle of their yarn spectrum. Very, very pretty. I did buy it in another shade also. Oh, it's very, very pretty yarn. I like this one. I would be a repeat customer definitely on this one. That's very, very pretty. You just need the right pattern for that to show off that yarn. The color number on this one is 917. So this one I think is called, yeah, 917. This one's called Frenzy Fern. No. I'm sorry. This one's called Fern. This one's called Cellar Door. Or I gave you the numbers there. I like that a lot too. That's very pretty. I'm almost done. I do have something pretty dang cool though in the bottom of the box that tons of people asked me about. I just now got around to getting it because it wasn't cheap for the amount of yards that you got, but I wanted to give it a go. Okay, so this is Cascade Yarns, their Tangier yarn. I think that's right. I think maybe this feels like it could have silk in it. I'm not 100% certain. Let's look at it and see. 220 yards. Hand wash on cool, lay flat to dry. Made in China. Yes, 53% silk, 17% cotton, 16% acrylic, 14% rayon. That's a nice, I could tell it had silk the moment I felt it. Label busted. Very big pet peeve of mine, but that is fine because it's not their fault. It just busted at the glue spot. I can fix that. I won't gripe about that. But anyways, so you can tell, I don't know if you've ever felt a 100% like silk yarn. It doesn't feel like silky, shiny like you would think like silk or satin sheets, it doesn't feel like that. It feels different. It's just got a different feel, and it's hard to explain. More of a microfiber feel to it. And this is a very pretty yarn. It's a roving style yarn. Look at that. That's pretty. It's got little flecks of color throughout of it, you can see. So being the fiber content on this was a very nice mix of lots of 53% silk, 17 cotton, acrylic rayon blend, 220 yarns. This Cascade yarn, excuse me, was, what's it called? Tangier. Tangier. I can't even find it. Okay. $7.99 a piece. Now, normally I would say that's pretty pricey for the yardage, but the fiber content is, in my opinion, pretty nice fiber content. And that was on sale too. It was a closeout yarn being $7.99. So, and it being Cascade, which I said it's in the middle. You know, some of their yarns can be more expensive. It's not one you can find at a big box store. I would buy it again. I like it. I like the feel of 100% silk. Like I said, it's not a silky feel like you would think of, like silky satin sheets. It's a microfibery feel. Hey, scarfable. I like it. It's very pretty. Did I say classification on this? Doesn't really say. Since it's roving style, it looks like it goes from like down to a 2-weight up to maybe a 4. So we'll just call it, it's probably about a 3-weight yarn. It's very pretty. So I did buy 2 colors of it. This is color number 27. Beautiful. And then this one I like even more. I'm making a hat out of this too because I love hats. That's what I wear when I make crochet is hats. This is going to be, this is pretty. This is pretty. Color number 25. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yarn. Look at that yarn. And those fiber contents in that are nice. I gotta make a hat out of that. I have enough, you know, there's not, like I said, there's not a lot of yardage, 220, but I have enough to make a hat and a cowl or a couple hats. It's beautiful. A hat, and maybe I can make a wrister to match, or a wristband since I wear these all the time. Yes, yes, that is very pretty. Okay, so this one might be one of my favorites so far, but I do like the coffee beans, and I really think this Chromatic's pretty dang cool too. But it is very similar to Landscapes and Unforgettable without the shine on it. Okay, I have 2 more here. Now, this is a yarn brand that I have bought and I've never bought, but always wanted to try it. And it is a very high-end yarn brand. In my personal experience of looking at it before is Noro. Maybe you guys are familiar with that. I have never owned Noro yarn before. I've seen it in little yarn shops. It was always way too much for me to buy for the amount of yardage. This one happened to be on closeout, was the only reason that I got it. So otherwise it can be quite expensive. So the Noro, even though these were on sale, discounted, they were still $6.99 a piece. And it's not going to have a lot of yardage in it, I can guarantee it. Okay. I've never owned it. Noro is, this is 40% cotton, 30% silk, 30% visco, 125 meters, close to probably, if I had to guess, 135 yards or so. Now this is made in Japan, so I've never had yarn like this before. It's very, very pretty. See the colors in it. It's roving style, so it goes from thick to thin in multiple places, multiple colors on it. It's very pretty. The color is number 20. So even though it was $6.99 still on clearance for that price, Noro is a very high-end yarn, and they have some gorgeous yarns, and some of them can run over $40 a cake or a skein. You know, those aren't doable for me, but these I thought were, and I wanted to try it, and I will definitely probably make it's scarfable, a scarf or something out of it like that. It's very pretty, and again, it does have silk in it, you can tell, and cotton, so it does have the kind of that microfiber feel, but it is a very pretty yarn. I'm happy with it. Now, even though Noro is made in Japan and it has extremely beautiful colors, I do think that it is a bit overpriced for what it is. I'm not saying anything bad. It's a very high-end yarn. Lots of people like it. I just wanted to give it a go because I've never had it in my possession. I've felt it, like I said, little yarn shops, but I've never bought it before for myself. And since they had it on closeout, I think they need to add a little more yardage to it, in my opinion. But I won't be buying Noro again because it's too much money for me. But I'm glad that I got to look at it and feel it and try it, and I think this one's okay. $6.99, it being Noro. That's kind of a steal for it, actually. Okay, I have one more in here. One more. Now, this is that Haiku, I think that's how you say it, Abracadabra yarn. The yarn that changes color when it's exposed to the sun. So, it comes like this. It's 35% superwash merino, 50% polypropylene, 15% nylon. Designed in Seattle, Washington, made in Taiwan. Machine washable and dryable. 100 yards. That's it. 100 yards. Now they have 3 colors. One that goes from white to pink, which is what I have here. One that goes from white to blue, and one that goes from white to purple. The feel of it is the feel of superwash merino. It's scarfable, not it's not as soft as some yarns, but then again, it does have a lot of wool in it. But you can definitely, I only have 100 yards of it. It is, I only bought it because a lot of people asked me to buy it, so I did. It's $10.36 now. That was on sale. I think they can run, I think they run maybe $15 a piece or something. I won't buy it again. It's just something that everybody wanted me to try. I wonder if it changed the color exposed to some LED lighting. Probably not. Only the sun. Now this is something I will have to do a review on because it's storming here right now and there is no sun. So look for a review on this one day soon when the sun is out. I will take it outside on camera, hold it up, and we'll see if it changes to pink like it's supposed to. Have you guys had this before? Let me know in the comments. Does it change colors like it's supposed to? It's extremely overpriced in my opinion. 100 yards. I can barely make a hat with that. But I probably can't even make a hat with that. Maybe if I use a very, very plain, simple pattern. I don't know. I mean, I won't buy it again because of the price, but I did buy it because everybody asked me to. I will do a more formal review on this when the sun comes out so I can take it outside and see if it changes colors. But yeah, it's supposed to change colors in the sunlight. I don't know how long, so it doesn't change colors in the lights I have in here, so it has to be, I guess, UV rays or whatever, but we'll see on this one. I'll do a more better review on that one. Okay, so but that's it. That's all I got. I'm super excited. I like pretty much most of it. I told you the ones I would buy again, the ones I wouldn't. I really think this one could be my favorite. The color is super gorgeous. And I really love that coffee bean one too. I'm liking the colors in this, and it is a very cheap price, the yellow and all the pink colors. And I do like the hotcakes. Like I said, I've had those before. They are a bit on the pricey side, but I think you could probably find them cheaper than what I found them for. But I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I told you the ones I probably wouldn't buy again. The Noro is expensive yarn. For what it is, I mean, it's similar kind of to the Cascade Tangier. I mean, a little bit to me. Only this has more silk in it. And it was more yardage. So, nah, you know, we'll see. Double the yardage. But I won't be buying Noro again, even though their yarns are very, very pretty. They are very pricey too. I can't say they're overpriced. A lot of people like them. For me, they're too much money for a person like me. I usually try to shop at big box stores, but I do these unboxings that people ask me from different stores. So overall, Webs, nothing wrong with it. I would buy from them again. I'd like to try some of their other yarns they have. They have some super cool yarns, from cheaper yarns to super high-end yarns, and then in between, which I tried to get some in between yarns. And I'm happy with my purchase. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks everybody for watching. The Webs, check it out. I'm not affiliated with them, remember, but give it a go. Check it out. I didn't have any problems. I didn't have no reason to contact customer service. I would buy from Webs again. So check it out. Give it a go if you can. Check out their closeouts. A lot of this stuff was closeout yarn. They have a lot of closeout yarn too. And I think they have specials. If you buy so much, you get like so much of certain yarns, you get 20% off. Of course, some of it's their expensive yarns. But anyways, I'll quit chit-chatting and I'll let you go. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hey, don't forget to check out that vest I just made also. In case you have not checked out the tutorial for this vest I made. Check it out. I got some, maybe you would like to make it. Turned out pretty cool. It's my last video. I just put it on last night. So check it out. Make it. All the info will be in the video of what you need to make it. So this is it. I'm not a vest wearing person, but I made it. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll go now. I've already said I'm going to go 100 times, but I'm still sitting here. Bye everybody.